Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the Las Vegas second race of the Cup and Xfinity Series races. Let's just say the Cup Series was very eventful and very interesting controversies that we're going to be talking about. And actually beforehand, I want you guys to give your opinions. Should Bubba Wallace be suspended for a race after what he did to Kyle Larson? Let me know that. Let me know down in the comments below. But before we get into Las Vegas, let's talk about the next race, which is Homestead. So Homestead is interesting, especially for the Truck Series, as this is going to be the final race of the round of 8 before we get to Phoenix for the Championship 4. The only Ty Majeski is the only driver who is locked in for the Championship 4. For the other 3 spots, it is basically up for grabs for the other 7 drivers. So first off with Friday, October 21st, and it'll be the Truck Series practice and qualifying. So Truck Series that's 4 p.m. for practice, qualifying 4:30 p.m. No TV. TV would not air for practice or qualifying. And then post the qualifying for the Truck Series, there'll also be a press pass. 6:05 p.m. will be practice, and 6:35 p.m. will be qualifying, both of them for the Xfinity Series, and both of them will be on USA and NBC Sports, which is, I'm pretty sure, is Peacock. Might be wrong. I still don't know. And then Saturday, October 22nd, we have the practice and qualifying for the Cup Series, 10:05 a.m. and 10:50 a.m. practice and qualifying respectively. Practice that'll be on Peacock and MRN. Qualifying that'll be on Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. So 2 radio stations, which is interesting. Now 1 p.m. will be the Truck Series race for the running of the Baptist Health 200. That'll be on FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM. And after that, there'll be a press pass after the Truck Series race. 4:30 p.m. will be the Xfinity race for the running of the Contender Boat 300. That'll be on USA, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. That'll also have a press pass after the Xfinity Series race. And then on Sunday, October 23rd, will be the Cup Series race on 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the running of the Dixie Vodka 400. That'll be on NBC, Peacock, MRN, and Sirius XM. And there will also be a press pass well after the race. So let's talk about the Xfinity Series race. Not a lot of stuff really happened, I'll be honest. But either way, it doesn't really matter. The winner, was not Noah Gragson, and no, it was not AJ Allmendinger, and no, it was not Ty Gibbs. It was actually Josh Berry who locked himself into the Phoenix race. In second place is his junior municipal teammate Noah Gragson, and his other junior municipal teammate Justin Allgaier in third place. Basically a 1-2-3 for junior motorsports. Then in fourth, Ty Gibbs, then Trevor Bayne, Austin Hill, Sam Mayer, Daniel Hemrick, Brandon Jones, and Anthony Alfredo ran out of the top 10. Then we got Landon Castle, Nicholas Sanchez, Haley Lee Deacon in her first Xfinity Series race, gets 13th, which is really, really good. Kyle Weatherman, Jeremy Clements, John Hunter Nemechek, Jeb Burner, Riley Herbst, Maya Snyder, and Roger Cruz ran out of the top 20. Now, this is also a good result for Allgaier because it was also announced that he will be staying with Junior Motorsports for next season. Hemrick will also stay with Kaulig for next season. Landon Cass will also stay with Kaulig. AJ Allmendinger is going up to the Cup Series, and the driver replacing him is Chandler Smith. Everyone else, Ryan Sieg is saying the same, Jeb Burner is saying the same, Bailey Curry is still saying the same. So as of right now, not a lot of changes. I guess the only big one is that Brandon Jones will be taking over the 9 car for next season, replacing Noah Gragson, who'll be going up to the Cup Series with Petty GMS. So what really happened? Not a lot of stuff. Actually, before we get to that, to the rear, only 5 drivers. That being Ryan Vargas, David Starr, Kyle Sieg, Mason Massey, and Riley Herbst, all of them for group adjustments. So stuff that happened in this race: lap 45, Ty Gibbs wins stage 1. Lap 90, Noah Gragson wins stage 2. Lap 130, Chris Wright loses the run front tire after hitting the turn 1 wall. Lap 161, I'm going to show a video of this. Brandon Jones makes an incredible save in turn 2. I think it was the air just got taken off him from Jeremy Clements, and NASCAR actually threw out the caution because he thought it was going to spin out, but amazing car control from Brandon Jones, who still is in a run of making it to playoffs. I think even though if I remember he's 7th in the playoff grid, but I mean he can still win Homestead, he can still win Martinsville. I think he actually won on Martinsville this year if I remember correctly. So there's still a pretty good chance that he may actually make it to Championship 4, even though it is unlikely, but I mean, there's a chance that he might do it. Not too sure, but either way, a brilliant save from Brandon Jones. Was using the apron to his advantage, so that was a good job by him. And finally, lap 221, Josh Berry wins the Oscar Uniforms 300 to lock himself into Phoenix. So that is really all about the Xfinity Series. Not much, but obviously, the Cup Series had a lot more drama in it. Before we get into that, let's have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 20. There's AJ Allmendinger down in 22nd place. What happened to him? No clue. I think he just had a bad pit stop, bad car, and it kind of screwed him over. Other ones, I really should talk. Maybe Sheldon Creed, he had an engine issue. Ryan Sieg had to retire early because of steering pump, I'm pretty sure. JJ Ailey, just slow. Also engine issues, so yeah, not a good day for those three, but I mean, it was a very regular Xfinity Series race, just chilling, not a lot of action, but that's really alright. The Cup Series, though, the Cup Series had a lot of action, especially of one notable incident. The winner of the race, though, was Joe Logano. Then second place, Ross Chastain, then Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, who's still somehow in the playoffs, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., Eric Jones, AJ Allmendinger, and Austin Dillon ran out of the top 10. Then I got Noah Gragson, Kevin Harvick, William Byron, Justin Haley, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski, Eric Almirola, Mike McDowell, Cole Custer ran out of the top 20. So drivers that went to the rear, actually none. No one went to the rear, and no one failed to qualify, which is pretty good. Lap 77, Kyle Busch spins off turn 4. Lap 80, Bubba Wallace wins stage 1. And this is where we need to talk about this. Lap 95, Kyle Larson runs Bubba Wallace up the racetrack into the wall. Wallace retaliates by right hooking him on the front stretch on the dog leg, and Larson into the wall and collects an innocent bystander of Christopher Bell, who is still competing for Championship 4. And later as well, Wallace confronted Larson in the infield grass, especially shoving him, pushing him, basically saying, "What the hell was that?" Now, I have been seeing on Twitter and on YouTube of different people's reactions. And let's just say a lot of people, including me, have said that Bubba Wallace should be suspended for one race at least. Why, you may ask? Well, the safety. Right hooking someone on the front straightaway it should be illegal. If you do that in any sanctioned NASCAR like series, even if it's ARCA, even if it's the Wheel and Modify, even if it's the Pinty series, it does not matter. You should instantly get suspended for that, instantly, because that is basically a risk, especially of the driver who you're doing that to, and that driver could easily get hurt, especially now with these Cup Series cars, which NASCAR has already said that they are a safety concern, and they will be working on that during the off-season for next season, and that his teammate Kurt Busch has announced his retirement as well because of the head injury that he suffered at Pocono. Bubba Wallace should not be doing this, especially if his own teammate is retiring because of a freaking head injury. I don't know what the hell was Bubba Wallace's mind. Obviously, I do understand his frustration. I mean, Larson ran him out wide into the wall. I can understand that. But you should not just right hook someone on the front straightaway to like send your message. That is absolute bullshit. You can bump him, you can bump him out of the way. You can like, I don't know, just ruffle him up, just like, just rub him and everything, all that shit. You shouldn't just right hook someone on the front straightaway. That's like what Carson Hocevar did to Colby Howard, I remember. You shouldn't just right hook someone on the front straightaway if you're pissed off at someone. So, if Bubba Wallace does get suspension, I think that's totally valid. I think he absolutely deserves it. And then obviously the safety concern as well, that he might have injured Larson, might have actually ended Larson's season with that. And he also maybe actually probably hit the Christopher Bell's playoff run as well in this round of 8. Bubba Wallace has just, like, I'll be honest, he is a very emotional guy. And that's actually great. I mean, it's great to see emotion from different drivers. However, the emotions can get to people. And and what we've seen from Bubba Wallace, it can really hinder your, how do I really put this? Like, it can really like damage your reputation. We'll say that. So I still like Bubba. I still like Bubba. Still like him. He's great. He's a great guy. He's a great character. However, he needs to work on his emotion and how he wants to control it, because that is absolutely unacceptable. I mean, Dan Walden legit like died, like legit passed away in Las Vegas like 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Even though he didn't actually like it was like intentional, it still shows the risk of driving a race car, that someone could get easily hurt, injured, or even possibly death. So I hope Bubba Wallace, just like looks at this and actually like regrets and just like looks back on this and like thinks that probably wasn't a good idea, because I mean it was not a good idea to turn right into someone. I hope he does come back though. I mean, maybe like sometime this season. I would definitely love him to come back, but I definitely think that he deserves suspension. Right off, he does. I mean, it was definitely Lawrence's fault. Ran him wide, makes completely sense. Why Wallace should be mad, makes a lot of sense. You should not just retaliate by right hooking someone on the front stretch and also taking out your Toyota teammate Christopher Bell, who is competing for a championship. Pretty stupid from Bubba, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyways, that's my rant all done. Lap 103, Stenhouse spins out. Lap 165, Ryan Blaney wins stage 2. Lap 194, JJ Ailey spins out with a flat left rear tire. Lap 228, Blaney spins and hits the inside wall. Lap 240, Suarez spins through the grass and doesn't hit anything though. Lap 246, Lenny Castle spins. Lap 267, Joe Logano wins the South Point 400, locking himself into Phoenix, and also having a good battle with Ross Chastain, which is pretty good. At least like he's calmed it down. Other drivers have not, so we'll say that. I'm also still really confused at why William Byron's penalty didn't like come in. Like, I mean, I get it, Hendrick Motorsports appealed it, but the appeal was like, okay, yeah, you keep your 50 points. Fucking stupid, I guess. I mean, it is fucking stupid. So I hope 2311 does appeal to this penalty. Hopefully, a penalty that NASCAR comes out the next couple of days. The appeal department, I can't remember who does it, but the people who are doing the appeal should wrap their fucking heads and realize that was definitely intentional, and he didn't say that he fucking like that his steering broke. That was just obviously for TV and businesses purposes. I can understand that, but if they do that, the appeal place thing, I don't really care. They're going to get a lot of shit if that happens. So they better do this correctly if 2311 does appeal it, which I don't know if they will. But anyways, let's have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 20. There's Chase Elliott down 21st, which really surprised me. Other ones we have Ryan Blaney 28th, Christopher Bell 37th, and Kyle Larson down 35th. Bubba Wallace also down 36th. I am severely disappointed in Bubba right now. But that is all for Las Vegas. Let's have a look at the standings. First off, for the Xfinity Series, Josh Berry has locked himself into the round of 4. No Gregson, plus 44 above the cut line. He's basically safe, unless he like retires from like the next 2 races, and he's a bit of a deep hole. Ty Gibbs, they're Justin Allgaier, right out the top 4. Then we got Austin Hill, 15 points back. AJ Allmendinger, 16 points back. Brandon Jones, 27 points back, and Sam Mayer, 36 points back. Most likely, Sam Mayer won't be in, sadly. Depends on where he finishes in home, so he might actually have a chance, but it's looking more likely he might be in a must-win situation. And then everyone else: Daniel Hamrick, Riley Herbst, Ryan Sieg, Jeremy Clements, and Atlanta Casper, Sheldon Crane, Anthony Alfredo, Brandon Brown, Jeb Burton, Ryan Snyder, Alex Abay, and Brett Moffitt ran out of the top 20. Let's then move over to the Cup Series, and Joe Logano has locked himself into the round of 4 at Phoenix. Then we got Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin. William Byron is the first one in 5th place, 6 points back. Chase Briscoe 9 points back. Ryan Blaney 11 points back, and Christopher Bell, with a retirement from this race, 23 points back. It is ridiculous. Then we got Kyle Larson, Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick ran out the playoffs, and then Coleman Truex Jr., Eric Jones, Bubba Wallace, and Eric Almirola ran out the top 20.
So that's really about it for Las Vegas. Just a reminder that the next week's race is at Homestead Miami Speedway for the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series. So that's really about it for me. If you guys enjoyed it, catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.